Hi everyone, welcome to Mom's Dinner. So today I'm in the kitchen making classic deviled eggs, and Easter is this coming weekend, and we definitely always have deviled eggs on our Easter table, especially because we've dyed Easter eggs and then you have like 4,000 hard-boiled eggs. What are you gonna do with all of them? So this is a great way to use those up for your Easter dinner. And my deviled egg is definitely just a classic deviled egg. I don't use relish, I don't use bacon, I don't use wasabi, any of that. This is just your straight up like grandma's deviled egg. So I have 6 hard-boiled eggs, and what you want to do is cut them from top to bottom. So don't cut them this way, the short way. You want to cut them the long way from top to bottom, and that will give you that classic deviled egg. I hope you can see that shape. And so just plop the center out into a separate bowl, and that's what we're gonna make our filling in over there. So now that we've got all the eggs cut and all the centers in this bowl, we're gonna mash the center, the egg yolks up with a fork. And so just take the back of a fork and start working those down so that they kind of turn into like a really fine crumble or mush, really, is what you want, because you want it to be nice and smooth. Now that that's all crumbled and mushed down pretty good, we're gonna start to add the mix-ins. So what I like to use in mine, I kind of like my deviled eggs a little bit tangy. I think that it gives it a little bit better flavor. It's like you can taste the yolk a little bit better when it's tangy. So I use three tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then I use a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And that's kind of a little bit of a heaping 1/4 teaspoon. And then this is the tangy part that I love. It just gives it that little zing, and it's just white vinegar. And I just put in a 1/4 teaspoon of white vinegar just to give it that little extra something. And then 1 teaspoon of mustard. That gives it a little bit of tang as well. And then we're just gonna mix that all up. Okay, I've got this really well mixed, and it is actually very smooth. And so I'm just gonna give it a little taste and see if we need to adjust any of the seasonings. That's really, really good. But I do just want like a titch more vinegar. Taste yours at that point and see if you want a little bit more vinegar, if you like it a little bit more tangy like I do. And then also, salt is to taste with this. So I'm just gonna throw a little pinch in. This is probably like between 1/8 and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give that one last stir. And one last taste. Perfect. Now, this is the part that is a wonderful kitchen tip. So who wants to get out a big like pastry bag and have to wash it and all that mess? Nobody. So what you do is just take a Ziploc baggie, take the point and put it down in a glass, and then just open it up so that it looks like that. And then we're just gonna take all this filling and put it right into the bag, and that's gonna become kind of our little piping bag to fill the eggs. You also, I mean, you could spoon it into the eggs, but this is much, much prettier. It looks really nice when you're done. Okay, now that we've got our bag all filled, we've got it kind of zhuzhed down into the corner. Just grab it like that, and then we're just gonna clip the end off of the Ziploc baggie. Move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So So just clip the little tip off and then that becomes your piping bag. It's so easy. So this just pipes out really, really nice, right into all the eggs. Okay, we've got that last egg filled up. And so now what we're gonna do is just garnish the eggs. And I think everybody kind of has their own garnish that they like on their deviled eggs. I grew up having paprika just sprinkled across the eggs. You could also use like chopped up parsley or chopped up chives would be fine too. But this just has a really nice contrast in color. So I hope that you use these eggs for your Easter dinner or for just your next get together. And thanks so much for coming by.